thought I'd give you a sort of a little video tour over the memory quilt. Sometimes just seeing it in real life, as it were, get more of an idea of what it's like than in photos. So whenever I send these quilts on, it's always the back that is facing outwards, so you can build up sort of the anticipation to the front. So this is the back. You may remember that I ended up with some extra butterfly squares, and we didn't want to throw those away, so using what was left over from the shirts, built up this panel, and that's gone in the centre at the back and built up with the duvet cover that we've added. Also used the other side, the plain side of the duvet cover for the binding. So front and back, it all ties in. Originally, when we were talking about this, we were going to look for a pale yellow or a green to pick out some of the colours in the butterflies to add to it. But as it turned out, when we were shopping, although we found greens and yellows, it just wasn't right. But as soon as I saw this duvet cover, it just shouted at me. It just went with the whole feel of the quilt, how it turned out. So colour-wise, it fits in. So I spoke to Jenny and we gave her the option of either just using the plain side or the one with the embroidery and the flowers on. And she took the decision that her mum would like these, so that's added, and it does, it just ties in with the rest of the quilt. So that gives you the idea of the back. There is, on the other side, on this side, a label. Now it's attached to the corner, so it forms a pocket, but that's been hand stitched. I won't show the whole label, but just bring you in. And you can see I've actually hand stitched the writing on it, so that will stay on there, washable with the rest of the quilt. So that's the back, and then we go over to the front. Now we started on the middle when we did the quilt, so that was the central panel. We've added some of the buttons. I'll take you in just a bit so you can see. Because of the fragility of the fabric, it just needed something extra to secure it, so that during its life as a quilt it would have something to hold it together. It could be washed and it would just help to keep it in place. So we've used buttons. I've tied it using the same thread as I've done for the hand embroidery. The little blue buttons are from the shirt that it came with, and then after discussion with Jenny, we've used some of the buttons from the duvet cover, again tying the old in with the new. So for anybody that's not family, didn't know the quilt, everything has its place, but the family know which bits have been added, but it's become part of the whole. So the white strips and in here are from a tablecloth. We've got the embroidered panels from the shirt, and they form the next panels. So some of the butterflies we've used in blocks on their own, not all centrally placed. Move them around in different places, so just give a bit more movement to the quilt. So we've got the pinwheel blocks here using the white and the blue, the white and the violet blouse, and they're just spread around there. And then we've got the blue and the lilac with some just plain white blocks to show off the machine embroidery on the tablecloth, and again more butterflies. So when we did the quilting, we've gone through the butterflies, but that just helps to secure the stitching. so it just holds it in place and gives it a bit more strength to take wear and tear. Of course, both sides are mirrored, so we've got exactly the same on the other side. These two strips here come from the front of the lilac blouse, the trim on it, so just all forms a whole, all related to the original garments, but they've come together to form a new quilt. Now, oops, sorry, that's been done, and that's going to be gifted to my mother. So I had a pinwheel block left over, so I made a little lavender pillow. It's got the blue shirt on the back, you've got the white from the tablecloth and the lilac from the blouse, so every part that has been sent to me is represented in there. So I thought that was nice to keep. But then in our discussions there was just little scraps left over, nothing, couldn't really do anything with, but we formed a cushion. So it's crazy patchwork, I called it. So I've built up blocks. We've used it's from the centre back of the shirt. We've got a strip left over from the tablecloth, and the rest is just pieces of the shirt and blouse formed up. And that was on the original blouse, a repair or a tag that was removed. So we've kept that on there. Just formed an envelope backing on it. The edges have been bound by the same fabric from the duvet cover, and a cushion pad has been made specially inside, and that's also made from the plain side of the duvet cover. So the cushion as well as the duvet, you've got the mixture of the old and the new to form something new. So throughout the whole process, the family have been involved. Mummy have put it together, we've come up with ideas, but basically this is their quilt and I've just been instrumental in putting it together. It's been a great privilege, I've enjoyed every minute of it. If you'd like to discuss a memory quilt, I'll put links on so that you can contact me anytime. We've used 3 items in this one. You may only have 1 item, but we can make something special for you as well.